All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is the third and final map of BrisVegas LAN, the first of 2017. I'm here with another nerd on, as we said, the grand final map. Easy peasy up against LANMowers. Don't let the avatars up the top trick you. They are different. They've actually swapped and used each other's avatars for this, but how do you feel this one's going to go? Do you feel it's, as we said, another coin flip? We don't know.
I think it has to be another coin flip. It's just been so back and forth all day.
Yeah, it's difficult to really predict these sorts of maps, but we will go into the third person.
So just while we're knifing it all out, we just want to thank our sponsors really quickly. Full Fade for providing some awesome mouse pads to our MVPs of the day. Gigabyte for providing us with some fantastic service who haven't dropped a beat all day. Unless you speak to PDG, it is, then they were terrible. And Pez for putting on the spread of some fantastic pizza. If you speak to Mav, he'll say he's never seen them go so fast in his life. And of course, Defrag. Mav has put on this fantastic day all off his own back. We thank you very much. It's been fantastic.
And with the final shank, that is the sponsors being called out. As we said, doing a fantastic job for Brisbane LAN. And, yeah, providing something extra special for the players. Obviously, as you said, the MVP will be chosen from the grand finals. There's a few contenders as well. So it's good to see that, well, actually, we do have the substitutes being substituted back out. We do have Acer and Klebs back in. So, as we said, now the MVP will be chosen after the grand final. There's a few contenders, but no clear-cut players just yet. I think there's been moments of individual brilliance from each and every player so far. It's hard to determine, and, well, we've got a third map to do so now. Probably the most important map of the series.
Probably the most important map of the day.
Yeah.
Up until now, we've been playing for pride. Now it's for the big bucks.
That's for the big bucks, of course. First place is $300, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, that's a lot of beer. That's a lot of beer.
All the 15-year-olds just getting on the drink early in life.
Well, yeah, you can buy a lot of Red Bull. It's from the Gold Coast, yeah, it's true. Just a lot of fruity Lexia and Coke.
If it doesn't come in cardboard, it's not worth drinking.
What's Passion Pop? Yeah, Passion Pop is the dream. I wouldn't say the dream. Okay, I'm not. Jesus, it goes all right.
Jabbo showing us all what it's about. Good luck, have fun, no matter who wins it. EXO, because this really is a community event.
It really is, and well, there's a community train coming up short. Tell you what, there's frags coming out left, right, and centre. They do force their way in, but White has got himself through the little manhole into contention here. But is he going to push for that frag? He does actually find it, and we still need to deal with Burke on the CT ramp. This is going to be a very, very crucial movement from Ronan here, a.k.a. Saib. Is he going to check his left, though? No, he does get double-teamed. And a bomb is yet to go down. He's actually down on CT ramp. Burke doesn't know that at all. Chosen to come in through the jungle. Jabbo.
One click, see you later.
The one-tap dirt nap. And White straight for that AK. He's not missing. He's not interested in farming money.
He's here for the W.
He's here for the W. And this is exactly the sort of scenario, too, that he would have been expecting to face. A force buy coming out from the CTs. And Jabbo actually making his way through the underpass. Or should I say not Jabbo. Side making his way through the underpass. Klebs has also gone through the halls. But there's a crucial frag for Acer there in mid, because this is awkward now for the T's. They've all gone and put their eggs in one basket. They've got no map presence anywhere else but mid. The CTs have just been able to push through the B halls. They've pushed through the palace. They've got position everywhere. And now Ronan, a.k.a. Saib, has been able to find frag. So this is really awkward now for both Jabbo and Ares. because they have no map position whatsoever. In fact, Plebs has just come straight into this side. He's just gone straight in, taking the duel straight away. And that is a good round from Easy Peasy. They obviously find the round win there. They get themselves some free weaponry, and all on the back of, as we said, not having that presence anywhere else in the map. If they had someone in B halls holding, if they had someone in A halls holding, would have been easy frags. Obviously, the weapon advantage would have allowed them to fight that out. For some reason, though, all eggs in one basket, taking it to mid, and ended up costing them.
The hyper-aggressive CT pushes pay off in huge dividends.
That they do. That they do. And this is, as we said, this is the third and final. This is the grand finale to BrisVegas, the first of 2017. And all the beans are on the table. Tease. How quickly are they going through? I'm going to test the clips here. Molotov buys him a little bit of time, but he's been able to find at least one frag. It's Saib doing the cleanup job. He won't be able to finish that last frag. Jabbo, though, is having difficulty getting that plant because that bomb is not within range just yet. Has to go out on the balcony to get it. Finds one frag. Low HP, though. He's going to back off quite smartly. Both CTs have made their rotation towards the B-bomb site. They should group up. But he may be able to sneak a plant out of this. Obviously, if he does, fantastic, because that's more money for their economy. But they did buy into this, the tease. They did try and force into it.
Jabbo just playing four-dimensional intergalactic chess with the CTs. They have no idea what's coming for them.
No, that's right. There's only so many places they can watch. Senor chooses right.
Got them all covered.
Yeah, Senor obviously, I dare say, he was in position to hear him jumping off catwalk into to the window, on the off chance that is the case, and was just watching the other way. Luckily, too, he backed off and was sitting in the checkers. Otherwise, if he was sitting at chair, had no idea where Jabbo was going to come from. Going to test their luck at A by the looks of things. Team Mowers carefully doesn't get caught with a Molotov out here. Asa finds 1, 2, not able to find anything more than that though. His Molotov cleans things up, and they find themselves the third round. Buy round will come out from Team Mowers. There you can see going with a 5 AK setup. A lot of utility. I'd be keen to see how they approach things. Obviously, at the moment, they haven't spread themselves across the map. Every round so far, they've chosen to just brute force a choke point.
Hoping that they can just overpower anywhere they can see. Maybe not respecting their opposition enough. Bottom vision of the palace. But look at this. Again, no territory taken from Mowers. Very much banking themselves on this A-bomb side. That smoke execute will come in. White finds the frag. And they're going to make their way out. But they need to check the cutout here where Asa is holding. This is going to be a cheeky spot. Oh, that grenade just would have clouded him at the last moment. But they're just rolling on through. Maybe prevent the plant. They're not going to plant in the traditional spot. They've got plenty of room to do so. Senor bringing things up from the rear. They know where the CTs are. This is a 5 versus 2 that they're going to go for. Interesting approach to go for this round.
And Senor's actually Molotovs himself off. So he's going to have to wait that out. But you can see they all know where he's coming from. It's like Time Crisis. He's got too many to shoot at. Such great banter coming out.
Yeah.
Really imaginative stuff. CT's going for the double up. They're really forcing into this. I don't know if they needed to. They've been able to get themselves some a walk or two, but White seeing through that Molotov. A little bit easier than his opponent. Asa goes down. This is better from the tees. They're not putting all their eggs into one basket. Whilst they did win the last round, I just haven't been a fan of their approach thus far. Now, you should be able to get onto this B-bomb site though, because it's only Saib who's holding from short though. Does get flashed out. Nice little pop flash there will buy him some time, but it won't buy him his life. The CTs are coming through. They're just charging through the window. Klebs is the only one able to find frag with that Molotov. Needs to be careful. Was spreading. CT's by the looks of things, they're going to get out. And rightfully so. Jabbo catches one. This is a very awkward round for the CTs. They were just pushed and pulled around the map, and they left B open, and Mowers picked correctly. Yeah. Klebs though. Maybe he's stuck around a bit too long. That's the phone, Reg. As Klebs does go down.
Tying us up now at 3-all.
And CT economy's been absolutely wrecked, by the way. Absolutely wrecked. Gonna go for the full eco.
Correctly identifying that the CT economy's wrecked and pulling out the MAC-10 to farm some cash up for his team.
He's going to be the one on point too, so they're going to look to him to just open things up.
On point with the bombed. 1 to a double, pulling out the P250, checking every angle after being punished hard last map.
Oh, is he really checking angles with that P250 sometimes? I don't know. But they roll on through, they group up really well in the anti-eco, and there's not a lot that Easy Peasy could do. Not against an angry mob of T's.
No. And then for the first time this map, we'll finally be seeing the AWP duel between Senor and Swanky.
Together they have a powerful alias. Senor recognising that gap, and White's willingness to try and push through it too. So there's a lot of CT emphasis being placed on mid at the moment. And it may actually pay dividends too, because well, very important that Ace has stayed alive there, because they've given up the A bomb. So the bomb will make its way through. It'll take a little bit longer to get there, but I did rate the play from Easy Peasy to take control of mid.
If it pays off, they get almost entire map control in one swift move.
Will go down. You can see the CT's cautious not to overextend themselves. They don't want to be pushed at all. And there's that one frag in B halls. You've got to wonder what Swanky was doing so far away from the action. CT's... There is a kit there on Klebs and Ronan. They do have time to go for this. They're just waiting to see if anyone's going to make a mistake from that T side and push out. They've exposed themselves. It's a difficult hold for the T's, because there's only so many places you can be. And that is a good retake once again. It's difficult for T's to hold in these post-plant positions, particularly when they're confined to the site. Yeah. Because there's only so many places to hide. The CTs know that they have to check all the common places, because there are going to be T's sitting in them. And that's exactly what happened. They're going straight into a double AWP setup. Easy peasy.
No, the 4 Easy Peasy members, they were super patient. They checked every angle, one after another, took out the LANMowers, and left them with no other options.
Most importantly, too, they waited out the utility. They didn't try and charge through the smokes while they were still up. They just waited things out. And it's actually paid dividends, because the retake's been made nice and easy. But LANMowers, jumping frag from him. He apologises for that profusely, because that's the kind of guy he is.
CT is pulling out the double AWP.
Well, that double AWP's going to be tested here. You can see the T's just waiting. They're waiting on T-ramp. They're waiting in the Palace as well. They're just waiting at that CT use of utility. And they are going to get themselves up. It is White that's going to push through. Acer there finding one frag. He's left on his own here, still on the site. He's still holding strong, but it's actually a really well played round here from the CTs. They're actually punishing the lack of utility used by the T's, as they do try and attempt to make their cross into the site. Just getting absolutely crushed now. Forcing this one-on-one. This is a costly round for the CT side. They did play it well. It was the A-res double that really put them under pressure. However, they survived. Their economy still a bit shaky. Cleb should be able to drop that AWP back and purchase himself something, which he does, but that's really drained the CT economy. Having a round like that come down to a 1 versus 1. T's are also in a similar boat, to be fair.
It's tit for tat this entire map, and it's probably going to go the entire way.
Yeah. That's been the series so far. As we said, like, both maps have been very closely contested. It's hard to pick who is actually in the ascendancy, because there's, as we've said a few times, where teams have just exchanged rounds end on end on end. And this is very aggressive here from Saib. He does get traded out almost instantaneously, but they do take control of mid, the T's. The problem is now that bomb is down in the B halls. They have no territory anywhere else. They've only got players sitting around in mid. But this is, I guess, in my opinion, this is easy peasy's round to lose. Reason being, they only have 3 flashes left. Senor.
Easy frags.
He's been playing quite well. He was a handful to deal with when we played against him. And obviously, in this third map, he's been doing quite well. Obviously, early days yet. We're only in the 10th round. Only 1/3 of the way through, potentially. Are you predicting this one to go to the full 30 rounds?
I think I will.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe bet at this stage.
I think Easy Peasy will eventually get up just because of the experience of Acer and Klebs. Just playing together for that amount of time, they kind of bond over CS, if that makes sense. They kind of understand how each other plays and how to rely off each other, and I think that'll be really valuable and not something that the Mowers have.
That is true. They do have, however, White and Animus, who have been around the block a few times. So I guess they're old heads in that sense. White most recently actually played for Legacy. Ares actually saves his weapon. It's important that he did that. But White was actually playing for Legacy not too long ago. So, you know, he's got that top tier experience. Animus has played, you know, in spurts at the top level, but obviously having that team chemistry. They're on CT right now. They're going to be calling on that to really come to the forefront. And as you can see now, the T side has been absolutely wrecked. And that is a very, very aggressive push. CTs have been so hyper aggressive now on mid for the last 3-4 rounds, and could cost them. Hasn't just yet, but it could. I think Saib thinks he's struck gold here because he's going towards this A bomb site. That's where most of the action's going down. He'll be able to flank, but there is.
As the bomb walks B.
Yep, it's all an elaborate ruse, and they now know. They now know as Klebs finds a nice triple, takes out the mop and bucket, and also finds easy peasy 7th round. And T's, they need to find some inspiration. Just looking at that scoreboard. You can see though that they've gone, I guess, tit for tat in that sense. 3 rounds one way, 3 rounds the other. Now there's been a 4th or 4 rounds in a row towards easy peasy. It's been a struggle so far, but this is a little bit different from the T's. Taking a more aggressive control of mid, but also having a presence elsewhere on the map too. They've got their presence over towards the T ramp, so they can actually pincer a bomb site as opposed to try and just brute force their way through. And you can see the CT's just caught in some awkward positions. Actually, that frag does go the way of White. They need to take Burkles down. He eventually does go down. These must be sticky kitties. What to do for Saib and Klebs in this retake though. 3 versus 2.
Being smoked out of jungle really limits his options of where to go from now.
Exactly right. Ooh.
Oh, swanky.
I don't know. If that happened to me, I'd be a little upset.
Yeah, you'd probably see profanities in chat if I was on the end of that.
Like, why are you trying to push that smoke? Why are you forcing that 1v1?
I didn't realize X-Ray was on.
He would have had a really difficult time seeing him too because he was in smoke. So I don't know. I don't rate the play. Like the smoke was buying him time anyway. But
It was hold mouse 1 through smoke like that.
yeah, there's an entire school of thought that's just like, but he got the frag. Doesn't matter. Yeah, right. Okay, you win this time. But 9 times out of 10, I don't know if that's a successful play.
No.
Anyway, moving on. Don't want to get too triggered. Mowers, a few more rounds. But, I mean, 5 rounds on T-side Mirage. I've seen far worse. And this aggression again coming out. They've been collapsed on. The counter is good. As that underpass presence is made known. Syme finds 1 frag, and now he's in a 2 versus 1. That Molotov, he's just going to charge straight through it. He's doing the hot shoe shuffle. But he walks straight into the crosshair of Swanky. And Mowers just edge away at that deficit.
And then once again, 4 rounds, streak ends, and then straight back 2 to the Mowers.
Yep. Yep. It really is blow for blow. It's just a slugfest between these two teams. So, not to say that we're expecting anything different. It makes for interesting viewing. Certainly to see which way the pendulum swings in any given round. But you can see now, they know that the CTs are going to be a little bit worse for wear. Animus with that Mac 10, he goes down early. Luckily he didn't have too much to spend here, but Klebs just buying a lot of time for his team in that rotate. And they still haven't got out of the B apartments yet, so this could be trouble here as Burke pushes his way behind. They're looking for this frag too. If he gets caught out here, and he will, just...
The aim punch is just too much.
Yeah. That, and it's a very long hallway to run down to, so you're not going to get too far away, unfortunately. Look at this. This is going to be a Mexican standoff. The CTs don't need to push, and the Ts are probably just going to hold. And they've pretty much got all angles covered, obviously, apart from the underpass there in mid. But the pressure in this situation, as that timer starts to go down, is going to be against the Ts. The pressure is going to start to amass on them. Now, they've actually forced their way out of the halls, and White has found the frag, and that's given them an opening. As now Acer and Senor are going to split up. Acer taking that AK over towards A, and he's heard them. We're going to make a call.
Taking shots. Let's White take the bomb site very quickly and cleanly, and leave Senor in a 1v2.
And unfortunately, he's only got the Mac 10. Opting to use
Bomb
the
goes
PT
down
fusion.
they could both get taken out by that Molotov if they're not careful. Luckily, White gets out quickly to test it, and quickly dispenses of Senor.
Yeah, that Molotov really could have created a lot of panic amongst the Ts there, particularly if he got it off earlier and trapped them both in that corner, or at least made them flee that corner, because Ts in close quarters like that, they actually end up getting in each other's way, in each other's vision as well.
Bounce off each other, the tagging of the Mac 10 comes into play, and that quickly becomes a very scary prospect.
And thankfully they played their get out of jail free card. As now the CTs. A bit more of a passive approach to mid. Senor finds one, sees the gun barrel of Swanky. Knows he's there. Just chooses to let him live for now.
Kleb spotting White in Palace.
I can spot the one coming up T-ramp though, and T's are making this work. There's a good frag there from Senor. He holds strong. Can he find another frag? Oh, unfortunately, got aim punched at the most inopportune moment. Molotovs are just buying more time, and the smokes are buying more time for the CTs, or sorry, should I say the Ts, to plant that bomb and put pressure on. Now, Cyber's done a lot of damage to that smoke. It's all going to be on Acer here, who does go down, because that UMP isn't super effective over range. If it is, then I'm just going to keep mounting my case to nerf this gun.
I mean, why shouldn't we have a $1,200 AWP?
Yeah.
Every gun should be viable.
Do you work for Valve?
Oh, I wish. The money would be good.
Yeah, apparently they've got a really good snack bar at the Valve offices. That's what I've heard. I've been told it's basically the equivalent. I don't know if you've ever been to Jupiter's Casino, the food fantasy down there.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine having that in your office every day.
It explains things. Little work gets done.
Well, yeah, and I actually thought you were more leaning towards the size of Gabid, but sure.
I'm
Why not?
signed into Steam. I don't want to get backbanned, hey.
For slanderous attacks against Lord Gabin.
How are these guys not tired, you ask? They are very tired. This would probably be their 13th or 14th map today.
I dare say so. It's an interesting fake too coming out from the T side. Ace has just been left to his own devices to do things here in the A bomb site. Does take the duel. We'll get away, but in the meantime, the bomb is actually making its way up catwalk. But by the looks of things, CTs have a read on this now. They're holding in checkers, and that is a strong hold here. There's 2 left to do. They're cleaning up. Acer, unfortunately, bought all the utility in that round. We'll find one frag. Will he find the second? Nope.
Jabbo.
Nope. Every frag Jabbo makes, he's making noise. Every frag. Every frag. He's fired up.
He's excited to be here.
He is. It's an exciting place to be. And they win that pistol round. I don't know if I rate the Scout on a side that's like anti-eco. I guess, again, it'll come down to where you're playing with that. But I mean, if you're playing in a position like mid, it's not too bad. But if you're playing in a position where you can be overwhelmed quite quickly, and you're only being able to tag people, not finish them with the frag, it can get quite awkward. It can get super awkward. I'm talking like first date awkward. Oh, that's much better. UMP's doing work, obviously farming some money as well. Does tag down Burks there in the pass. We'll get away, but T's tough for them.
They're smartly regrouping.
But they're going to run straight into this A-bomb site with his 3 CTs. So numbers aren't in their favour. Weaponry is not in their favour. They have no utility to speak of. And running into the Hive.
Burke looking again for another 1 dig to pull this round back in the favour of Easy Peasy.
Now the CTs are peaking.
Very patient, getting all the information. Playing a retake game if they have to.
And, well, Burke does get taken down. Team Mowers get themselves ahead nicely after that anti-eco round. Only lost 1 member too, so like in Valve terms, that shouldn't be possible.
Shouldn't be.
That's our admin. Don't know if you can hear. And no force coming out from Easy Peasy. They're actually going for the eco.
Very effective Molotov.
Super. What? Okay, Glocks.
Raised isn't triggered at all.
They don't even need to buy into this round for it to be a viable strategy, according to Valve.
Senor picking up the M4, taking down White.
Glocks, dude. Lost to Glocks.
Dude, managers!
The coach. They might be able to retake here, though. Smokey looks for 1. Takes a lot of damage, though, and well, Saab does not have any armor, but unfortunately, Smokey has no idea where he is. Peeks out of MBK, will take him down, and that is a round for Easy Peasy. And again, this is back and forth.
All game. Tit for tat.
Dear me. Dear me. Why do they do this? I thought Mowers had played it well. They had Molotovs, they had good weaponry, they weren't playing aggressive. And all of a sudden, Glocks. And they will go down. They will take control of mid. And will get themselves up short. So need to be careful here. White does take one down, but there is no trade. There is nothing coming through from the T side just yet. Very much back in T spawn. And going to reassess their options back towards the A bomb site. They need to check things though. Jabbo's obviously in a decent position.
Only just missed that smoke from B apartments on stairs, which is probably one of the fanciest smokes I've seen today.
Yeah, and we have seen some fancy smokes. Not effective ones, just fancy.
It's all about the style points.
That's it. If you can get that that stunt bonus, it's worth.
Helps your chances for the MVP full fade mousepad.
You're exactly right now. Oh, Senor does find one frag. They haven't checked under the balcony here. Jabbo finds one. Will he find a second? No. Just too quick there. Crisp clean. And getting their way into this bomb site though. There's a good flash though. Doesn't buy him a frag whatsoever. Just one to contend with. They know where he is. He's only got a CZ, now has an AK, so could do some damage, but
the double peak is just too effective.
Yep. And they do manage to find the frag and the round and edge away at that lead that LANMowers did have. Team mowers, they're team mowers, they're land mowers. They can't decide what they are. I mean, I've got a Snickers sitting here beside me. I can't. Just can't do it. We'll have, again, mowers putting their eggs in one basket. No real presence anywhere else on the map, but I mean, they do have members holding B halls this time at least, holding top mid. They're waiting the pushes out. CT, double AWP setup, could be dangerous. That being said though, luckily for easy peasy, they're not contesting the mid zone. Otherwise, running into those double AWP setups can be quite costly. LANMowers finds one frag. Great use of a full fade mouse pad there. As Arez does find one. The CT side is holding strong, but Asa, he's just gone wild. Not in a good way. Pushing through that smoke, making it tough for his teammates. White does find himself on the receiving end of a headshot, but Saib is just going ham here. Oh!
Saib
Finds the third.
Through the wall, mind you.
Yep. Threading the needle. And it's now on Jabbo and Swanky in a 2 versus 2 against Klebs and Saib. So, timing
Jabbo's sat there for a long time. He's given his position. I know where he is now. Backs off in the 1v2. Is there time?
I don't think so. Unless he goes straight for this plant. No, he's missed it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
And it's important he stays alive too. He doesn't want to die here. That's unfortunate for Klebs. I dare say it's difficult to plant when you're moving. And he was definitely moving. So easy peasy. Just fall behind a little bit further. White chances his hand through the smoke. We'll get pushed up on catwalk there, but it's actually going to be on LANMowers here.
Clearing the chair position.
And they're just going to run into his crosshair. He needs to get away here too, though. They've got that man advantage. They don't need to overextend themselves. No real action anywhere else on the map. It seems as though that they're just letting the guys work mid, trying to get their pick there. Obviously, it's not super effective. Senor finds one frag here onto this A bomb site, but Ace has actually managed to get himself up. Won't spot Jabbo, though. Oh, boy. They trade places. And it's going to be on Swanky. Cross. Not too sure what happened there, but the man on CT ramp goes down. So a key piece of the puzzle, unfortunately, falls off the board. And they're going to have to save.
Very quick call.
Yeah.
To save.
Almost instant. Almost instant. Don't blame them either. I mean, their economy isn't fantastic. Look at that. They're going to be struggling.
Only with that 1 round advantage now. The money's really poor. We could see ourselves getting tied up at 11 all very quickly. And from there, once again, we're going to be throwing another coin up in the air to see which way it falls.
Yep, and Senor finds the double.
No guns being saved is absolutely devastating for the Mowers.
Yep, no soup for them. And they're on hard reset. I mean, White, hard reset. Arez, hard reset. Swanky, hard reset. Jabbo, hard reset. That is them surrendering their lead right there, and it's a double eco. At the minimum. At the minimum, too, because...
very quickly decided to just push A main as the team, and unluckily for them, they will be met by nothing.
Until they make their way to Senor. Finds one. Bobbling heads. CT there. We're going to find more. It's not a textbook display of Counter-Strike, but it'll do. And in the meantime... Okay. Yep. We've seen enough of that.
A little bit of deathmatch in T-Spawn.
Jabbo's going to go for this frag. Might be able to find it too.
Guns to recover.
We'll be able to recover it too. I think what Saib's actually done is thrown that AK away. I don't know if he threw his own away as well. That's so smart. And he knows it too.
Oh dear.
I think he made the call pretty early on too. Once he went down to sub 20 HP, he just threw it away. That is wrecked. That is wrecked. Anyway, scores a level, 11-11. Double eco as expected from the CTs. Pistols coming out, Deagles, P250s, 5.7s, Whitlam samplers, you name it. Oh, and they're just going to walk straight into the gauntlet.
Absolutely deporting Senor. No chance.
Oh. Side finds one, Acer finds the other. It's just a clean up from there. Thankfully, they used some utility and flushed the CTs out, but Lanimus now, 3 versus 1. Giving himself away too after that flash.
Bomb swapped to the other side. No chance to deny that.
Smartly too. They had a lot of the angles covered, but CT was obviously a real presence. So they will be able to just win this round out quite easily, I dare say. The question is whether or not they're going to gift Animus a gun. Yep, that's excellent use of utility.
$900 down the drain.
Yep.
600.
There's a risque position, given that... You're telling me you didn't wide peek then? He goes down anyway. Burke finds the final frag there. Finally now, Mowers can actually afford to do something. That double eco, not easy to do. Forcing yourself to double eco in these sorts of situations is tough, but I mean, at a crucial stage of the game, map 3 of a grand final, you probably want to start making those smarter decisions.
In the meantime, getting mowed down is a really hard thing as a team to do.
That it is.
It's a deflating thing.
They're just hitting this A bomb site with absolute gusto. They do find the frag, but now they need to get across because the utility will fade in just a moment. Acer, can he find another frag? He can't. He does go down, and this puts a lot of pressure on the T's because they still have not got that bomb down. They need to stay and fight here. And well, it's back to a 2 versus 2. smartly. They didn't go for the plant. They didn't panic. Still a long way to go yet. They're not out of jail. Both CT sitting on that that ramp. Oh. The AWP didn't get the frag, but the M4 does clean up, and the bomb has actually made its way well away from the crime scene. Oh, I thought he may have picked mid-window there, but I think the timing gods are going to go against CT's potentially. I don't know if he's going to be aware of that angle. Oh, this is happening. This is happening.
Quite right. What
that
the
happened.
fuck was that?
I'm not gonna lie. It feels as though someone's mouth spazzed out. Like he looks straight to the sky. He looks. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. It happened to me today. Like I flicked to the left and my mouse went straight to the ground.
Not a fun time.
It had to go down like that. It wasn't the frag that potentially would have won the round. However, to lose in that fashion, it's a little tilting. Just a little. I'm tilted and I'm not even playing.
This is what the Mowers when they sit on their T half. This really spread out, methodical T side, figuring out where the CTs are and aren't. This is the kind of stuff that can potentially make or break a game.
Yep, this is the okay. Alexinho, get out of the way, please. And this, as you said, this is 100% a very crucial round. Now, interesting that trying to use that smoke for cover, but I mean, oh, white. Crucial frag for his team. Asa and Burke and Ronan need to work together. 3v4. Obviously, the T's are split 2 and 2. They have no eyes on mid. That may be of concern to them. They haven't really made drastic rotations just yet, but I mean, they do have Animus going through and watching that angle at least, so preventing the push coming through. So, in the meantime, this looks to be a good B position for the CTs, funnily enough. And we'll have one player at the chair. Cover does go down, so it's all on Arez here. Finds one, finds two. Can he find the third? Forces that peak from Asa, and he had to as well. Had to either go down before the timer expired, or we'll find that frag. And well, look, let's be honest, it was better that he went down before the timer expired, because if he found the frag, wouldn't have had the time to go and plant. Team Mowers, it's been tough for them. They had to surrender the lead, but again, they're going blow for blow. Look at that. It's just rounds after rounds after rounds being exchanged. But when all else fails, Rash B. 1-1. Looking for the second. The rotation is slow. And they're just overwhelmed here at the bomb site. Oof, White finding a frag. It's down to a 2 versus 3 situation. Not planning just yet. Trying to see if any more CTs want to take the duels. Maybe able to find a frag here. Jabbo needs to be careful. Oh, that could have gone either way. Both teams have actually made their way out of the bomb site. So I don't think the CTs have actually come to that conclusion yet. They still think that it's going to be B.
It's been a really long time in that bomb site without really accomplishing much. Just kind of trading each other out.
Yeah.
Now down to this 2v2.
And the T's obviously grouping up together, but the CT's not so much doing the same. And White's just move himself towards that A bomb site. I actually like this from the T's, grouping back up and going towards the B halls. But let's see whether or not that smoke actually would have landed. And may be able to just get that rotation off the site. At least get Swanky out of the side, not off the side just yet. But one will come in. Oh, sharp there from Swanky. Needed to be as well because he's overextended and now forced to 1 versus 1. Cyber's been winning these all day. However, needs to land some shots swiftly. Fortunately for him, White has an AWP, so aim punch won't be a factor. And they do the dance.
Has a little bit of utility to use.
But it's not going to use it. Just silently checking the bomb site. They do spot each other out, though. Oh,
wow.
That is a sharp shot there from White. He will find the round. And, well, that was the one situation where Saab was probably most at risk when he used his USP. If he chose his AWP, missed the shot. Easy for Saab in that sort of situation with the Colt, but ouch. White versus Saab. Probably
very harsh penalty to pay.
Yeah, probably the two most experienced players in the server, to be honest, going at it in that particular round. So, oh, White. Actually, I managed to get a Molotov frag today by using the grenade.
Oh, bear.
Is that the second time he's used? It's the second time he's 1G'd today.
That's embarrassing.
Oh dear. in the grand final to concede match point, he's hit that 1G.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my Lord.
So for the LAN tournament and BrisVegas point, Team Mowers are on the bye. As are easy peasy.
It's pretty clear to me. Saab's put on a good show for his team thus far, but I think it's actually been Arez. Probably been my MVP. Just for his multi-fragging ability for mowers so far. He's actually done a really good job of mowing multiple people down at once. So, I don't know. He gets 1 vote from me for MVP. Who's your MVP for this one? Obviously, we're getting to the business end of this. It's not over just yet.
Up until this point, I've been thinking Senor.
True, he has actually made a really good case for himself, particularly with that AWP.
He's just been so crucial in so many rounds for the Easy PZ squad.
He has.
Once again, getting another important kill on White to keep this tournament alive.
It's back to a 3 versus 3 as well. And they've forced the CTs out of the bomb site, so they're going to group back up. And look, if Arez, he looks to be the one that's going to be holding this this B bomb site by himself. Let's see if he can seal the deal with the MVP. He was my vote. If he 3Ks here, obviously.
If he 3Ks here, it's a very easy choice.
And obviously they win the tournament as well, so...
Bomb's starting to make its way underneath.
Yeah.
CTs have bought the fake.
I like this. This is good. Problem is, your pick for the MVP, Senor. He's been good. On 15 HP, he finds a frag for his team, so he gets himself another point for that. There, they do get the plan. It's back to a 3v2, but Swanky isolates Acer. The bomb is good, though. The bomb is good for both players as they make their way through. City players are actually going to reunite here. Oh, Senor needs to be careful, though.
Just grazing past him.
Yep. The bomb, they know exactly where Burke is, so takes that 1v1. They can't find it there. Swanky finds the frags. And, well, that is Mowers taking that one away. And they do win the first BrisVegas LAN here of 2017. We were split on our decision, weren't we?
We were, and only one man stands at the end of it. It has to be Arez.
Has
MVP
to be
of
Arez.
the tournament.